Welcome back everyone, this is to Pillow channel and today we're gonna be talking about how to invest in real estate for less than $100 using REITs. So grab your pillows, watch and relax. Before the start, we must know what REITs are. A real estate investment trust is a company that owns, operates, and finances income-producing real estate, where they buy different types of properties and pay to shareholders in form of dividends. Not every real estate company can classify as a REIT. One of the requirements is that the payout ratio must be higher than 90%. If you don't understand the term payout ratio, I recommend you watch the video that appears above where we explain this deeply. One of the advantages of REITs is that they don't pay the corporate tax, which usually is 20%. And this also brings some cons in terms of taxes, which we will see later. There are several types of REITs, which are equity REITs that are focused on obtaining income from the properties and pay dividends around 5%, standing above the 2% average of the S&P 500. In addition, another fact is the appreciation of the share along the time. And on the other hand, we got the mortgage REITs, which are more focused on earning interest on loans that tend to have dividends of around 10% and the share price is not appreciated much. Now, when we're choosing the right REIT in which we want to invest, we will typically use the taxable income parameter as a reference of how much money a REIT can make. But this is not the best parameter to measure a REIT's quality, because it doesn't add the depreciation of the properties in the calculation. So we must use the parameter called Funds from Operation, or FFO, which adds depreciation. Let's see an example. If a REIT is paying $2 per share in dividends and has an FFO of $2.5, we do the following calculation. Dividend divided by FFO and then multiply it by 100, and the percentage that gives us the higher is better. Usually the industry average is between 70 to 80%. As we said at the beginning, the REIT doesn't pay corporate tax. Despite being suitable for investors, also has a bad side, which is that dividends received by REIT have more significant tax implications than dividends received by regular companies. And this happens because most of the companies that pay dividends are recognized by the IRS as qualified dividends and have a lower long-term income gain tax, as opposed to dividends received by a REIT that are classified as ordinary dividends and are taxable at your marginal tax rate, which is the tax you currently pay on your annual income. There is a slightly more complex advantage in which we won't cover much in this video called the pass-through deduction that allows in some REITs to deduct up to 20%. Even so, this advantage won't always apply. Now let's see this. REITs are generally public companies that are listed on the stock market, but this is not always the case. So we can classify them in the following. Publicly traded REIT, which is the one we have been talking about, and is ruled by the SEC, the Security and Exchange Commission. There is also the public not listed REIT, which is equally regulated under the SEC, and this one is public, but not in the stock market to avoid market volatility. Finally, we have the private REIT that is not governed by the SEC rules and cannot be purchased publicly. Let's see some benefits of REITs, such as the access to a commercial real estate that usually a person can buy. But with a REIT, we can buy a share of $100 and we will obtain a small piece of a shopping mall, an apartment building or other commercial property. Another great advantage of investing in REITs is liquidity, since doing a few clicks we can set the investment and we have the money instantly, while we can do this buying a house months to sell. Furthermore, REITs are an excellent tool to diversify the portfolio because they tend to hold value better than stocks in difficult times. Finally, we can conclude that REITs are a good investment in the long term, but not in the short term because many factors affect these REITs. So it would be better to focus on this type of investment in the long run. Now let's look at some of the best REITs on the market right now. First, we have the QTS Realty Trust, who owns data centers. Then, we have Public Storage, who manage self-storage facilities. Now, we have Prologis, who owns logistic properties. And the last one is American Tower, who operates wireless communication infrastructure. Before finishing this video, I will talk you about a method called house hacking, when you buy a house with extra units or spaces, live in one unit and rent the rest. Let's look at it with an example. We buy a 4-unit house, a quadruplex, for $300,000, and you live in one unit and rent the remaining 3 for $750 a month each, which gives you $2,250 each month. Now, if we consider that we pay a down payment of 5%, that is $15,000, and the interest rate of the loan is 4%, this would be equivalent, including taxes and insurance, to a monthly mortgage payment of $1,800. If we do the calculation, we see that we not only pay the mortgage, but we get a $450 of profit every month. As time goes by, the tenants are paying down your loan and building equity for you. This shows that house hacking is a fantastic idea for those who want to have proper management over their properties. Well, this is all for today. Thank you very much for being with us. If you find this video useful, remember to subscribe, comment, leave a like and activate the bell. See you in the next video.